So today, in the first reading, first book of Samuel, chapter 4, we read these words: "Let us fetch the ark of the Lord from Shiloh. Why has the Lord permitted us to be defeated today by the Philistines?" Yes, these are words of those who have business with God. Which means, I worship you and you solve my problems. So that's why, yes, of course, the Ark of the Covenant was the only power, really, of the people of Israel. But they forgot that that was a spiritual power, not a power to be used, in order to win in the battle like that. Above all, because that was not a time of faithfulness. Why God is withdrawing from His people? Because, yes, we read in these days that in the temple there is the prophet Eli. And Eli has 2 children. His sons are Hophni and Phinehas. It's a time of malpractice toward the Lord. They are not following the law of the Lord as it's supposed to be. It's not a time of charity. It's not a time of respect. So that's why the word of God is so infrequent. And only the faithfulness of Samuel, this young prophet, will bring again the blessing of the Lord on the people of Israel. So there is only, we can say, an external observance, but inside the heart is far from God. And we connect this straight with the miracle worked by Jesus in the Gospel today. The first chapter of Mark, the verses from 40 to 45. The leper was cured. But usually when Jesus works a miracle, not only He gives, the healing of the body, but He also gives the healing of the soul. But this guy, this leper, yes, he received a miracle. His skin was cured. But then he didn't obey to Jesus. Jesus asked him obedience. Go to the priest and show yourself to them, just like the law is saying. But he didn't do that. And actually, Jesus recommended not to tell anyone. And this is a recommendation that Jesus always gives to everybody, because He doesn't want people that goes to Him for miracles. He doesn't want people that goes to Jesus for asking. We ask all the time. There's nothing wrong in asking, but you shouldn't do a marketplace with God. You can ask, just like you would ask anything to your father, to your mother. But what would you say if your son comes only when it's time for asking for money? You see? It's different. Yes, your son, your daughter, they can ask. But you don't want them to give more importance to what you give than to the relation of love with you. And this is what Jesus wants to get rid of. Jesus is against the religion of merits. What is the religion of merits? I give you worship, I come early in the morning, I do my prayers, then you need to do what I want. I heard several people, not only here, this is a worldwide, problem, let us say. One time a lady came and said, Father, I am upset with Padre Pio. He said, why are you upset with Padre Pio? Because I asked him so much to do this and he didn't. I said, maybe Padre Pio answered your prayer more beyond your understanding. Because you think that what you are asking is the best for you, for your soul. But maybe it's not, because Padre Pio sees what you don't see. So we need to change our mind and stop using God and concentrating in what really is important, the real reason why we're here. Our father founder, Saint Hannibal, one night he was talking to Father Vitale, who was the one who became his successor after him. And that night, before going to bed, Saint Hannibal told to him, Father, let's get in love. Let's fall in love with Jesus. Because this is the only important thing. This is why we are here. If we don't fall in love with Jesus, yes, we have, like any religion is the same, at this point. If we don't fall in love with Jesus, our religion is like every religion. Yes, Jesus doesn't want our observance. He wants our heart. And it's like a school. You need to go every day to learn to love Jesus. Why do you learn it? Because you see how He loves us. And that is what makes us to fall in love with Him.